Hey everyone, and welcome to our new web radio cast. The show title is called Another One, and this show is brought to you by Dynamic Works, the quality you deserve, period. So, on our anchor show, our kickoff show, we're going to start off first saying who each person is real quick, and who we have on first.
I guess that'll be me.
Of course.
Yes, obviously. I'll just go ahead and introduce myself. I'm Case Wiz, the everything person in the family. You can ask me to do anything and I'll pretty much get it down real quick. So if you want my social media, it's real easy to find. My Instagram is hello_Kaya. My YouTube is by Kai, and that is my Tumblr and Twitter.
Great, Kai. We appreciate it. And next up,
I guess I'll go next then. Okay. What's up, guys? Basically, I'm Trey. I'm a YouTuber, and I will be joining you guys in this podcast. So, yeah.
Okay, good one. Good one, Trey. Now, next up.
I guess that would be me. And my name is Kalia, and you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at LoveKalia, and you can follow my blog, which is lovekalia.dynamicworks.com.
Great, brand new blog, and actually it looks good. Pretty hot site you got, so make sure y'all go and check that out. Next up, who do we have?
Is that me?
You next up.
Well, I'm KHADIJAHRBZ. Run it.
Okay, and where can people find you at if they would like to follow you and keep up with the things that you do on a daily basis?
Google KHADIJAHRBZ. Run it.
Okay, I see how we do. We keep it short and sweet to the point.
Run it.
Great. And as we go about the show, you'll understand that that's what you'll probably get out of Khadijah RBZ. Now, who you see is hosting, which you can find me on every social media as Rich BZ. I'm also the owner of Dynamic Works. So check us out. We do anything from video production, audio, pictures. It doesn't matter. We do it if it's technology based, and that's how we roll. So let's kick it off into the first part of the show. In the first part of the show, we're going to talk about something tech. I have no snazzy name for this segment, but we'll call it something tech for now. And as we go along,
What was that last part?
He's disconnected.
Oh, okay.
So this is the takeover. We taking over.
Who has the sound effects?
I'm not sure, but Rich
Why does it look like I got kicked off?
Run it.
You see how they do me? I just get kicked off air right in the middle of what I'm saying. So, like I said, this ain't the takeover. This is Rich B's back in charge. Here we go. So, what we're talking about today, starting off, is something tech. So, what's on y'all minds? What do you think is new and people need to know about, or what do you think is a problem that people need to know about?
Well, I say the new tech is the new basically the new Segway thing. It is called the self-balancing IOHawk. Have you guys heard about that? Has everybody heard about that?
Could you explain it to us and the listeners?
Okay.
That's the thing with the two wheels, right?
Yes, it is.
But it
It
doesn't have
is.
the little joystick thing at the top,
Mhm.
like a
It's
real Segway.
basic. Yeah, it's basically if you took a Segway, then cut off the whole handle, and you just left with the bottom part.
Oh, okay. So what's hot about that though? Why can't
Um,
somebody just jump on a skateboard and ride that thing out?
one since you would actually have to do manual labor to ride a skateboard, and some people don't like doing that. So yeah. And then on the IO Hawk thing, it's basically self-balancing, so you don't really have to worry about that part of falling. Yeah, you'll probably still fall, but the chances are lower than just on a regular skateboard.
Yeah, I think I saw Lil Wayne on one of the videos on one of those.
Mm,
Did you see that?
no, I did not.
Okay. All right.
I
Well,
mean,
I mean that is something new. It sounds like something hot. We
it,
need to see if we can ride one sometime.
it
Why
is,
not?
but not everybody can actually get that. But you know what? Everybody can get.
What?
Everybody can hop on this iOS 9.
Yeah.
Exactly.
The beta version of iOS 9 for Apple is finally out, and it is pretty good. My favorite part right now is Siri. I have just used her every day.
Okay.
It's
So
really
you fell,
helpful.
so you fell in love with Siri, right? I
All
mean,
over again.
all over again. I do think it's better because I just got it the other day also when it first dropped, and I think I've actually liked it, but I've had a couple problems with the beta version. So if you all are scared to actually um, um, try something new that you think some things might not work, some features might have a little problems. If you don't like that type of thing with your phone, I would suggest that you don't go get it yet because we have had run into some issues. Well, I don't know about we, but I can speak about me, and I have ran into a couple of issues using that. So if you have any questions about what those issues are that I had, hit us up. Hit me up on social media or whatever, Rich Bees, and I'll definitely tell you which issues I had.
But I mean, you're gonna expect to have issues anyway because it is the beta version. So you just got to put those issues into feedback, and they can get resolved for when it finally comes out.
Yeah, I noticed that they have a feedback app now.
For the beta version.
Right, right. That's pretty hot.
Exactly, exactly.
That's crazy. So I think those are two great things. Has anybody had any new things that they like a lot about it? I know, Kai, you just said about the
Case
using
Wiz.
Siri.
I like the fact that when you get a notification from some. Oh wait, can you hear me?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can hear you.
I like the fact that when you're in another app and you get a notification, you can go back to it by tapping the little back to whatever you may be in thing at the top left corner. I like that.
The little maybe whatever you were in.
Yeah, because I mean, I don't know. You might get a message and then like you were on Twitter, so you go to the message, reply, and then you can go back to Twitter. There you go.
It's just a lot more convenient than
Yeah.
new iOS.
Okay.
It just make it real easy for you.
All right. I mean that does sound hot, and I've used a couple of those features, and I thought they were pretty good also. All right. So, is there anything else anybody wants to say about something tech right now for our listeners, so they can know what's hot out there on the streets when it comes to this tech stuff?
Boy.
We are
Um,
a technical family.
well, this one has been out for a while now, I think, but it's basically the it is the soccer ball that is basically electronic, and it can tell you basically what you need to improve in your kicks and stuff, and how hard you're kicking and how fast you're kicking, which is something great for if you're a soccer player, so that you can tell basically what everything that's wrong with your kicks or everything that's great with your kicks.
Now, is that an app, or you said that's a soccer ball? That's an actual ball.
Yes, sir. That is an actual ball.
Oh wow. Wow, because I know they have an app for like golf swing and stuff like that, but I've never heard of that one. Where can someone go to find out more information on that one?
Well, of course, there's your basic maybe well, they have it on Best Buy. It's by Adidas, if I'm correct, and it's electronic. So yeah, it is called the Adidas Me Coach Smart Ball, and it's basically it's basically an actual ball, like a regular soccer ball, but it just gives you all the information.
Does it tell it to you on the soccer ball, or like, do you connect it with like Bluetooth on your phone?
You connect it with Bluetooth on your phone.
Oh.
Sounds interesting.
That does sound interesting. Makes me want to do some research.
And another one is basically another one. It's basically
Running.
It's basically a little mouth guard that you can put in when you're if you're doing like any sports, and it can tell you how hard you get hit, which is good for like if you're in a sport and let's say you get hit and you can tell if it's like a concussion or something, and the player isn't just trying to stay in the game and they end up getting more injured than they already are.
Yeah, that's hot. That's definitely hot. And I mean, anything that can, save a child when they're playing something like football or even basketball these days. Because I mean, you see people getting run into all the time.
LeBron James.
Yeah, they be going hard in the paint.
They definitely go hard in the paint. I mean, so anyway, but I think we dwelled on this topic of something tech for long enough right now. Let's go ahead and move on to our next topic. Next topic I want to get into is, since we talked about LeBron, is our celebrity
All right.
segment. So we're going to go ahead and let Kai take over. Hey, Swizz, go ahead and tell them about the celebrities. Let's see what's going on in the celebrities.
I am K-Swizz. Hello. So, for this segment, I think I just want to go ahead and call it Keeping Up with K-Swizz, just as a reference to the Kardashians, but you're keeping up with me instead, and I'm giving you the news, so just roll with me on this. The first person I want to roll out, she's not exactly a celebrity, but there's been a lot of talk about her in the news, and I don't know if you guys are going to remember her name or not, but her name is Rachel Dolezal.
Oh.
She's the lady that claimed to be black.
Yeah.
So they found some news. They've obtained some legal documents saying that she has admitted to being white.
So she actually said, "No, I'm really white. I'm not black anymore."
No, not like that. She was in a custody battle for her son, and the husband, it was black, he still is, and she said that the child is a blended ethnic descent, meaning he can't be blended if you're black and the husband's black. So they come to the conclusion that since the husband is black, she has to be white, or the son would be fully black. You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're doing there. I see what you're doing. It seems like you're taking it deeper than anybody else has really tried to do. But I mean, based on what you find in the news, it is what it is. Next up, celebrity.
All right, we're just rolling these out real fast. Kim Kardashian. I know she has been all over the news lately, but she did this photo shoot with Kanye West. He wasn't actually in it. He styled her for the photo shoot. And I don't know what you guys consider styling these days, but there wasn't much style in this because all she was wearing were these hooker tights with these boots on and just this nude bodysuit, I guess you could call it, but no, it was like a leotard, and she's laying in the dirt. That's like it.
And is Kanye West approved?
Yeah, he totally approves of this. You know he's trying to be a fashion designer?
No, now that's a scoop.
You didn't know that? That's been out for a bit. He's got his Yeezus shoes out and stuff.
Yeezy.
Yes, his Yeezys.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're hot, but I mean, I guess other people do.
Oh, I
What,
do. I
what
like
you guys?
some of them.
Yeah.
They,
What's
they
your
kind of look like
opinion?
dancer shoes. Yeah, I mean, the stuff that I say is my opinion only and not the opinions of Dynamic Works. So don't hold it out on Dynamic Works.
Okay. Do you guys feel any kind of way that she's wearing this nude bodysuit in a pile of dirt and her husband likes it? Like,
Well, I mean, you
To be
gotta,
honest with you, I don't care.
we
If
don't
she
feel
want,
any kind of
if
way?
she wants to sit out there in some dirt in a nude leotard, then that's her business. Why do we care? I don't even understand why we're sitting here talking about it.
Because it's the scoop. This is what's
It's not
happening
a
right
scoop
now.
for me.
well, you
This is
gotta remember
what.
though. There's some people love to have their wife, girlfriend as a showpiece,
That's
right?
fine. I get
So,
it.
so if it's a showpiece, then they're gonna do stuff like that. They're gonna
Right, and
for
that's
lack
their
of another way to
business.
put it, they're gonna
That,
they're gonna AKA pimp them.
and that's fine. That's their business. I don't feel like I need to talk about it because I mean, Mary Jane down the street, her husband bought her a pair of Manonos, and she's walking around wearing them, and she's taking some pictures in them. But we ain't talking about her.
But
So I
that's
mean, I don't care. That's their business. That's their business. Who
that's
cares?
because this is the celebrity section.
Okay, well, she's a local celebrity. She's a celebrity in her house. That's like me. I'm a celebrity.
So am I.
Right.
Well, okay.
Got him.
Well, on a much higher note, we can just bring it around to Justin Bieber.
Oh, Lord.
I,
We may as
I
well
know
go
you.
back to Kim Kardashian.
I know you guys may feel some type of way about Justin Bieber, but recently he has been cleaning himself up, as he has been telling his fans and all the people out there that he's cleaning himself up. He's off the scissor, y'all. And recently he has gotten yes, he has gotten a tattoo supporting another one. He's gotten another tattoo for this girl that was born with lissencephaly. I'm not sure what that is, but it's a disease, and he's trying to support it because he wants to raise awareness for this disease. So he got a tattoo for her.
I think that's it.
Unmute your microphone.
Okay, thank you. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that that's a disease that when the baby is born, they don't have, their head is not fully developed.
Right.
Yeah, so that's what that is.
Yeah. So he did that.
Does that mean they have a soft spot on the back of their head or something?
No. It means that it's not there. Like
They don't-
it's open.
Oh, so their brain is exposed.
Yes.
Okay.
Could that cause infection?
That can cause death, boo.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Because a lot of times when they're born like that, they don't survive.
Yeah. So supporting the people is what he was doing, Justin Bieber,
But why?
because he's cleaning himself up. Remember, off the
He's
scissor.
cleaning himself up off the scissor, and he's supporting babies that are not born with a fully developed head.
No, he's doing a lot of things.
Okay.
He's raising money for the children with cancer. He's been doing that a lot. That's mostly what he's been doing this whole time. He's trying to get back into music. I mean, as long as he's not peeing in the buckets and spitting on people, honestly, it's a lot better than he was before in that stage that he was in.
You said peeing on people?
Peeing in buckets and spitting on people.
Oh, 'cause I was about to say that's R. Kelly.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Now,
Boy.
Case where we at? We moving on, or you still got more?
I mean, we got a lot more we could talk about. Actually, I'll talk about this one because I know this is what people want to hear about. About the transgender actress Mia Isabella,
I don't
who
know who that is. Let me Google her while you talking.
Her name is Mia Isabella, and she's a transgender actress. And she's the lady, or the the lady that was cheating with Tyga on
Lord.
Kylie Jenner. And she has responded to the comments that everybody's been saying. Tyga claimed that he did not cheat on Kylie, but then some texts were discovered, and they were this transgender actress and Tyga have been apparently texting and just being behind people's backs for over 2 years. And he claimed
my question is, who cares?
we these are things we need to talk about. This is what's happening right now. This is what people want to hear.
No, that's not what everybody wants to hear. I don't want to hear it. I don't care.
This is what's happening in the news.
It's the debacle.
News.
All
the
the
transgender people.
Okay, listen.
It's
You know
all
what?
over every news.
It's not all over every news. It's not all over my news. What's on my news is the other day when this dude went into the gas station. I don't know.
With what? What was
Went
the
into the gas station and he shot the person that was in there for no reason because the clerk complied with his request. He put the money on the counter. The dude took the money, then shot him. The dude that got shot and killed is a father, has been married, and now his family has no dad. The wife has no husband.
Well, Khadijah RBZ, that's a great preview for the
too
news
deep.
section.
Is
Yeah,
that
'cause I
too
was
deep?
gonna, no, I'm
No,
going to
that's-
say,
Because
while
I
that's a
really
good
don't care about
topic,
Tyga. I don't know who Tyga is.
this is the celebrities.
Your topic, yeah,
Oh,
because
okay.
this is my job. I was supposed to talk about
It's your
these
job.
celebrities and what's
Okay,
happening.
my
Yes,
I'm not trying to keep you from doing your job.
and we're supposed to entertain the celebrity section, and then we move on to yours.
Okay, I don't have a
You're the
section,
news
but okay,
section.
I'm a mute myself.
And that's when we go to another one. So now, that was great information. Thank you for your celebrity news from K-Swiz. Appreciate that.
Keeping up with K-Swiz.
And the next section that we're talking about on another one is today's new hot music. The songs you can't stop listening to. But before we actually get into the round robin on the songs that we can't stop playing, because I know a couple of people have some songs that continue to play in their playlist on repeat. But let's talk about what is number one on the hot new hip-hop chart. So number one right now on the hot new hip-hop chart is Rico by Meek Mill featuring Drake.
What in the world?
I've never actually heard that song.
Neither have I.
And it's listed here as being very hot. Well, because of
What list
copyright
is
infringement,
this?
we will not be playing that song today.
Or ever.
Or ever. We might
Great.
not play any music on this show because that's not what we do. What we do is we talk about it. And so, as we move on to another one, it's what song is the hot song for you today? What are you playing that you can't stop playing? You're putting it on repeat. Let's hear it.
Okay, so let's just talk about this one song that my brother just loves to play.
And I knew that's what's coming.
Yeah. So is it called Cha Cha? Is that the?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Okay. So it's by DRAM. I don't know
You're
what
correct.
that stands for.
It stands for dream, I think, music, something. I can't say the middle word. The A means donkey butt, and it says it right here. What was that? It stands for does rail beep music.
Okay, that doesn't make sense to me, but all right.
Does rail donkey butt music.
Yeah. All right. So basically, it's just talking about how this dude just really likes to cha-cha with Dominican women. And it's off of his mixtape.
The it's actually pretty catchy.
Yeah.
But when I heard it, I mean, it's pretty catchy. It's one of those ones that you kind of feel like has no point, but it is. I mean, it's actually, I couldn't see myself because I'm the type of person that loves to jump in the car and play music really loud, and that's not nothing that I can see pulling up at the light. And I want to cha-cha. I want to cha-cha. Like, I mean, that's not
That's
something.
not what he's saying.
Okay, I love to cha-cha. I
like to cha-cha.
Yeah.
I don't see myself banging that at the light. You know what I'm saying? That's nothing that I would bang at the light. I couldn't see myself, playing that in the home by myself.
You don't have to bang it at the light. You can just
I hope you're not doing too much banging at the light.
You can just play on the highway. Just play on the highway. We don't have to bang it at the light.
Yeah, I mean, chances are if it comes on, I'll probably turn it. But I know Trey BZ is gonna want to just crank it up. No, don't turn it up. That's my song. I can't see that. So let's get off of that song and another one.
Okay. So wait, I have another one, and then you can go. But this other one it's Flex by Rich Homie Quan. That one's that's been beaten up the block. I hear that on a lot of Vines and Instagram videos and stuff. People using it to make like little dance videos. So it's a dancey song. You can do a nice routine too.
How does the song go?
Yeah, that's my question.
You all heard the song. That's the one talking about you got how much you make? $100,000. That song.
Oh yeah, that is a jam.
I don't know that song.
We don't want her to start singing it, cause
Doo-doo.
I'm not familiar with that song either.
Yeah.
All right, well, Khadijah RBZ, what's the song that you keep playing on repeat? I mean, because
this week.
Here on another
Do you want to
one,
know what I've been playing this week? Yeah, I am on another one.
Yeah, exactly. Because here on another one,
She's playing the Holy Ghost.
We do have differences in opinion.
We sure
have
do.
Differences in the things that we think is important, and we want to make sure that we bring you, a well-rounded conversation when we talk about these topics. And so, on the music, Khadijah RBZ, what are you banging in your whip that you just can't stop playing?
Okay, well, listen, first of all, I'm not banging anything in my whip, but I am playing something in my headphones.
What's that?
Oh, wow.
This week, what I have been playing in my headphones is Hosanna by Hillsong.
Okay.
Running.
Is that, is that an old song, new song? Did it just drop?
No, it's not a new song. It's been out for a little while.
A hot minute.
And it's just a very good song.
Can you give us a little teaser of how the song goes?
Yeah.
Well, some of the words are heal my heart and make it clean, open up my eyes to the things unseen, show me how to love like you have loved me, break my heart for what breaks yours, everything I am for your kingdom's cause as I walk from earth into eternity.
That sounds really deep. That does sound like a really deep song and a really reflective song where you can, reflect on the things that, go on with you on a normal basis and, give praise to the whose praises is due. I can see that. And that's a great song to listen to.
Have you heard it before, Rich Beats?
I'm pretty sure I've heard it. Not saying that it gets bang airtime in my whip, but
maybe that's the problem. You need to bang it in your whip a little bit more often.
Well, I mean, it gets. I'm saying it's nothing that I put on repeat. So,
and trust me, it was on repeat. Like I kept playing it over and over and over and over and over and over and over.
What the echo?
He kept playing it another time, another time, another time, another time.
Well, let's get on another one. So, If K Swizz has nothing to say, then we can move on to our
I
next.
am not K Swiss.
Oh no, I can say something.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Casey
she
does have to
does.
say something. I wanted to say that even though you guys are talking about all these songs, what they're really playing out there is Salento.
No.
Don't even.
Salento.
Thank you for the crickets. Thank you.
I don't know about the Salento song. I've never heard
It's
that.
Silento.
And what's that?
Watch me whip.
That's what it is? It's the whip
Yes.
song?
And
Yes.
watch me.
And watch me, nay nay.
The one
Nah,
that gets
watch me
overplayed.
Now,
Whip.
that's something that you got on repeat?
No,
No.
no, I don't
No,
like that song.
I don't like
Then why are we talking about it? Why did you bring it up?
Because that's what
Exactly.
everybody else
Exactly.
keeps playing.
Now, is that something that, I mean, from what I remember, you love to do the dance all the time. It don't matter what it's
Hardly.
about. You whip
Hardly.
just sitting there trying to turn the channel on the remote.
Well.
Yeah, okay. Another one. And as we conclude that section, let's go ahead and move on to our next segment. Next segment, and the next thing I want to talk about is Netflix. So, what is your Netflix pick for this week? What's a good thing that you watch on Netflix? Let's start off with TV shows. What's the Netflix pick for TV shows?
Brooklyn Taxi.
Boy.
Brooklyn Taxi. Now, is that something that you can just sit there and
Binge watch on?
binge watch? Yeah.
Morning.
I like the show. I'd enjoy it if I was watching it right now.
What's the basis of that show? What is it about?
Run it, Trey.
Oh, no, I got you.
Seriously? Just tell us your personal, how you think the show, what it is.
Yeah,
Well, basically, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
I can hear you.
give
So,
us
so basically, the show is about this police officer that wasn't allowed to use her car due to a recent incident, and there was this taxi driver that was in jail for something. I forgot what he was in jail for, and basically, the punishment was reckless driving, and there was a taxi driver that was in jail, or not in jail, but he was in jail, and he asked her to take him out, and he'll drive her anywhere for the rest of the day, and then that's basically how the show sparked off, and now the taxi driver that was in jail is helping her get everywhere that she needs to go until she can get her keys back to her car.
Is there a police car?
It's a taxi car. He's a taxi driver.
I'm talking about the person who's getting driven.
That's a police officer. What? I'm confused.
Yeah, we know.
Because you said nothing about a police officer.
Right.
I did say something about a police officer. I said something about the police officer at the beginning. Because how would a non-police officer be able to free somebody out of jail?
Basically, Taxi Brooklyn is a good show, and if you want to watch it, you should just go watch it because it's actually really good, no matter what the synopsis is that Trey's giving right now.
Run it.
Don't run that. Don't run that.
Okay, my pick of the week is Switched at Birth. This is a show that I kind of just watched by myself. We kind of tried to start it as a family before, but it kind of just fell off. But I'm watching it all over again, started from the beginning, and it is so good. I can just binge watch it all day. It's basically about these two girls who were switched at birth, and now they're just going through life trying to see what they would have been if they were not switched. It's really good. So, you should
Okay.
watch it.
You forgot to mention one of them's death.
It's not a main part of what they need to know. The kids were switched at birth, and go watch the show.
That's the basis for the whole show. Kids switched at birth. Boom. Plot twist.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. And now I don't know, if that's something that I watch, but it's still may be a good show if you say so. Check it out and let us know whether you like it because it seems kind of boring to me. All right. Switch it up and another one. We're gonna run down talking about now what's a great movie that you recently saw. It could be on Netflix. It could be on some kind of sketchy website that you ended up pulling up because you can watch all the free movies. But let's not talk about that on this show.
No.
What movie have you recently saw that you would consider this to be the movie of the week? Movie that you saw this week that you felt was the hotness. What is that? Nobody watched no movies, I see. Not a soul has watched a movie in this piece.
We watched this whack movie,
The Fat Boy Chronicles.
That movie was whack. Like,
That was
for
hilarious.
whack.
It was actually pretty funny. The movie was actually pretty funny. It was one of those stupid movies, but at least it had a point.
Barely. He barely lost any weight.
It was a good motivational movie.
There you go. There you go.
So what are you motivated to do now, Trey? You want to lose some weight?
No, he wants to become a fat boy and then lose weight.
He's probably going crazy right now because he's on mute. So,
right.
I was saying things the whole time.
nobody heard you. So that's how we go. So now we're going to skip it and we're going to move on. But I will say this. There's a movie that I watched the other night with the guy off of Fast and the Furious, Paul
Walker.
Yes, and it's called Hours. It's a movie called Hours with Paul Walker. And basically on this movie, I thought it was pretty hot. But the whole thing is that he's married and his wife gives birth to his daughter, and she dies giving birth to the daughter. Now the whole thing about it is, it's the same exact time as Hurricane Katrina. So the hospital, because he's in New Orleans, the hospital ends up losing all kind of power. The daughter was born at 5 months, and so now he has to try to keep the daughter alive even though the hospital gets evacuated. It was a crazy movie. The real crazy part about the movie was I fell asleep before the end.
Really?
It wasn't because it was long. It was because I watched it at about 2:30 in the morning. So I will finish that movie, and I'll bring it back to you next show to let you know exactly how it turned out. Actually, I won't, because you can go on Netflix and watch it for yourself. So now we move on to another one.
Okay.
We're bringing it up to Khadijah RBZ and the news.
Boy.
Well, I don't really have no news.
They took the flag down.
Or the communist flag?
Communist?
What?
I mean, I
the
didn't mean
Confederate
communist.
flag.
I meant Confederate. I was thinking
Know
about
your
something
history,
else.
boo. Know your history.
I know my history. That was on
Barely.
accident. Okay, guys. Okay, thanks for jumping on me. Time to jump off.
Okay, so they took the flag down. You know, there's mixed views on both sides of how to feel about that. How do I feel? It was a good move. But I really think that
Clear me your mic.
I really think what needs to take place is a little bit more than a flag coming down. A mindset needs to change. People's thoughts towards one another needs to change, and understanding differences of opinions and differences of thought processes that needs to be realized, and that's going to take more than just bringing down the flag. But I'm thankful that that decision and that choice was made. So that has been big news.
Let me jump in real quick. Let me say something.
Jump in.
So did you see the she was on the state legislature and she talked in front of the legislation about taking the flag down. It was a white lady. I don't remember her name, but and I'm sorry that I don't remember her name, but she was on there and she went off on those people, and she brought herself to tears talking about that they needed to take that flag down immediately. It was a very touching thing. I saw it on Facebook though, so if you could probably go to Facebook and find it. You more than likely can find it on YouTube. But she did an amazing speech talking about taking that flag down and how her people, her friends that she cared about, loved, and they were black, and they were also a part of the legislature. But she said if it offends them, then you should take it down. Because, I mean, they're my friends. Why do I want to uphold something that offends my friends? If it offends them, then it offends me.
And I haven't seen the video, so I don't know, and I don't know the context in which this video is was made, outside of the information that you provided. But you're emphasizing the fact that if something offends my friend, that it offends me, and that gives reason why it should be taken down. Okay, well, there's a lot of things that may offend someone, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to change rules, laws, regulations, guidelines, whatever, to accommodate that one offended person. Because what offends one person may not offend another. So how do you balance that out?
I think, if I'm not mistaken, we've lived in this country, the United States, based on majority, right? So majority rules. If the majority says that something's wrong, then it's wrong, right? Well, in this situation, right, of the Confederate flag, it's almost as if the majority don't matter because a minority says it's part of their heritage. So we should keep it up. So, but in this country, almost every decision that we make here is based on majority rules. So if the majority says that it offends them or it needs to come down, then how can, a small group of people say, no, well, I'm not taking it down?
Well, I would beg to differ about the majority ruling. I don't believe that that is the case in all things. I believe that in some instances it's not necessarily a matter of the majority knowing the truth, but it's a matter of the majority being ignorant to what the truth is. But I digress. I'm not going to, go all deep into that. Because we could go on and on and on. But yeah, the big news of this week was them bringing down the Confederate flag in the state of South Carolina, which I do applaud that decision, and I just hope that that decision will open the door for more decisions to be made that allows equality to be across the board.
And I do feel like that is a reason to celebrate. So if we had an applause, I would hit an applause. But I don't, so I guess I can clap.
Isn't clapping and applause the same thing?
I wish I had more hands. All right. Is that the only thing you have for the news this week?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, wonderful. And as we move on to another one, next up, social media. And now this topic is, or this segment is, goes straight to the social media queen. The social media queen being Kalia.
Run that
in social media.
In social media, I don't know what you want me to say about that.
Not what I want you to say. It's what's going on. What have you saw on social media that's what we need to know? What do we need to know? Who's a hot person to follow? Who's something that you saw that on social media that warrants talking about?
I so wasn't prepared for this. I don't know.
So who are you following that just keeps showing up in your timeline? You feel like, man, that's hot. They always got the hot stuff on social media.
Well, of course, I mean, my girl Kalani, I feel like she's just running it up. She's on tour right now for her mixtape that she dropped on iTunes, and that's really good. She's blowing up.
Is that one with that song I like?
What?
Which
I don't know. What song?
That one where she doing that.
Oh no, that's Tinashe.
Oh yeah, that's hot. Okay, I'm sorry. Keep on
Yeah,
moving.
I mean, I like that song too, but I don't really follow her on social media because she was doing a lot of retweeting, I think, and I was like, this is too much for my timeline. Um, my girl Justine Skye, she's a good person to follow. She just dropped a album, I think it is. I think it's an album, not an EP. And she's coming out with a video for one of her songs on there a little bit later. I don't really know what to say because I wasn't prepared for this.
Okay.
That's no problem. No problem. I mean, we can move on to another one. We can just run it. So.
Well, wait a minute. The Bible says that you need to be ye also ready. So even though you were prepared, you got to have your stuff together.
But I mean, I don't know who people want to follow and all that stuff on their timeline because that's their timeline. Like, my timeline and who I follow is probably not going to be interesting to you.
But sometimes people don't find out about people until they hear somebody else talking about them. So, I mean, you know, if I was to say somebody right now that everybody needs to go out and follow right now, that's at Dynamic Works on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Follow at Dynamic Works. That's DYNAMIKWORKS. Follow them because you can see the hot pictures. You can see some videos every now and then. But we also give 15% off during the summer months on whatever kind of production thing that you need. So make sure that you check them out. That's a plug for our sponsor. Next up, we can move on to the two most important topics of this week's show. And topic number one being schools. We need to talk about schools. I think some people don't understand what the differences are when it comes to public schools versus charter schools. So I definitely want to get that out so people can understand what that difference is. So I want to make sure right now that we kind of talk about those differences. I've had kids that were in public, I've had kids that are in private, and I know that there's a big difference, and I think that people need to really know what those differences are because people don't actually know that there's another choice other than public. So what are some of the differences that you all have experienced in the charter versus public school systems?
Well, public schools are a lot larger, and I don't really like the larger schools. I like to really know all of my peers. I like to know everybody, and that's a great benefit from charter schools.
I would just like to point out that I am really the only person that's ever really been to a public school. So
is that on this show?
Well, I mean, no, because I mean, we got you guys have been to the public schools, but I'm just saying.
All of my life.
But I've been to a public school before. Let's not act like I don't know what a public school is.
I've never been to a public school.
Oh, right. Wow. You really have?
So, I mean, with that being said, what goes on in a charter school that you can't get in a private school? I mean, in a public school.
Well, can I take this one? Or are you taking it?
Yeah. No, Trey, you take it. Okay, I'm
taking it. Don't even. But basically, charter schools are more like they're smaller, and you can know who your teacher is, and you can talk one-on-one with your teacher. And normally, charter schools, since they are really smaller, they're more strict, so they can like tell everything that's going on. but most of them are kind of strict, but not all of them. But and you kind of get that one-on-one feeling with your teacher, if you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
Barely.
Oh, okay.
Khadijah,
Yeah.
Khadijah RBZ, what's your take?
What's my take on the charter school versus the public school?
Correct. Because I mean, if I'm not mistaken, it was your choice to choose to put um, um, our kids into a charter school versus letting them go to public school. Why was that the choice that you pursued and advised me about? Why was that your choice initially?
Because of the opportunity that was available through the charter school system versus the public school system.
Like,
Well, the charter schools, the charter school that they are in now is a project-based learning environment. So they learn by um, completing projects throughout the school year. It also supports volunteerism, so it does teach the kids to give back. And one of their foundational principles is the business model. So they learn about building a business, growing a business, having a business. So it does not limit their thought process to just go out and get a job, but it teaches them how to,
chase the American dream.
yeah.
That's a great point. That's a great point. As a student, or excuse me, a graduate of a charter school, Kalia, what exactly is your takeaway after leaving out of a private charter school? What is your thought process, and do you feel that you're in a better position now than you may have not been if you had graduated from a public school? Do you feel you're in a better position to succeed in college, or do you feel like I wish I would have went there because there's more people, I could know a lot more people, or something like that?
Well, me, myself,
What?
um, I am going to a private college. So it's already small, like a charter school. So, I mean, I, the knowing of people, like, I don't know, that doesn't really bother me. I don't mind getting to know people or, you know. But, I I feel prepared because of the project, so I guess it'd be the same thing as a project, like assignments and stuff, because you just need to know your time management and understand what's going on in the class, and if you need help, you can approach the teacher because it is such a small class and it's not um, just a big to do about everything.
Did they
But
teach you time management skills in the charter school?
it's not that they taught you time management skills, but it kind of forced you to learn your own time management because of what was assigned. Does that make sense?
So you had deadlines with every project versus it being just homework on a normal basis. Is that what you're
Yes.
saying?
Yes.
Okay. Well, do you think that, and this goes to all of you on here, do you think that that you're just in a position to be more successful after the choice was made for you to go there? Because I'm pretty sure it wasn't a choice that you necessarily made to say, hey, I want to go to a charter school. Or was it? Or did you say, yeah, I would rather go to a charter school than go to a public school?
I mean, after being in a charter school for like 4 years, I was like, yeah, I'll go to a charter school, high school. I mean, There's not really any issue there. I don't really understand your question.
So you did choose to continue on in a charter school once you started in that area.
Yeah, really. It was it's not like I can choose where I go to school.
You have a choice to say whether you liked it or not. If if at the time you said no, I don't like that, I'd rather go to public school, then I mean that would have definitely probably put a little bit less strain on your parents, because trust me, going to a charter school on a normal basis for most parents means that they have to get them there. And from a parent's point of view, that can mean them having to either go to work late, get off early, or something like that. You see what I'm saying? To try to accommodate the charter school schedule versus a public school. They got buses, they'll come pick you up, and get you to the school, and then get you back home. Whereas, on a charter school, most of the time, unless you have a teenager that can drive, a parent would have to take you and pick you up. So I mean, from a parent's point of view, it could be an inconvenience. But, I think, this is my thoughts, Rich Bees, and if you got something to say, you can hit me up on social media. But I think that, for what it's worth and what they can get out of a charter school, especially being some of the key points that everybody talked about, being the, smaller classrooms, the more one-on-one type of feel to a class, who's there, and just a smaller population, it does bode well for a lot of people, because you don't have such a generalized classroom. So when they're learning, it's not just general. It's more tailored to fit, your student, whether that be guy or girl, young or old, in the age groups. As they go through those classes, they can kind of help move them along. So if it's something that they're not getting, then it's not like they're just going to keep teaching the class or teaching to test. And I feel like that was a great thing, and I think that's something that, you may want to look into with your children. So if you're listening to our show and you feel like, hey, I want to check out that charter school thing, do that, because trust me, it probably will be better for your student, that they will end up learning more and being able to interact more and have a more better understanding of the subject that is being taught, because of the fact that they're not just teaching for a test, and then you forget it after the test, like like I did in public school. When I was in public school, it was that thing, they taught for the test, so we learned enough to be able to pass that test, and then the rest of the stuff, the rest of the learning is based on you, is whether or not you're going to go further than that. But other than that, they're going to teach you what you need for that test, because that's how the school system says that they're doing a good job. So I just wanted to kind of bring out some of those points today, because I thought that was a really big thing, that a lot of people don't even understand, the difference between a charter school versus a public school. So I appreciate you guys today being able to bring light to that subject, because to me, schools is a very big subject when you have children, or even if you are a child and you're listening to this show and you say, hey, I want to see what that's about. If you want to see what that's about, get with your parents. Tell them, hey, can we look at, me going to a charter school? Is there any way that we can do that? I think it might be better for my education. If you think that, then go ahead and, do the research. Do the research, because I believe that you may be able to get something better than a public school in certain circumstances, and if you put your best foot forward in that endeavor. So as we move on to the next topic, one that is really important, is our final topic of the day: politics. And would you imagine politics from a 12-year-old? Trey Bees, let's go.
Okay, run this all the way.
Now
Okay.
you know that is not yours.
No, huh? Okay, so basically, politics is going to be run by me. And guess who's running for president? Who is allegedly running for president?
Who is that? And who is that? You gonna go all day?
Yes. Yes, that is right. Waka Flocka is allegedly running for president. people do not know if this is correct yet, but on 420, rapper Waka Flocka Flame announced on 420 that he is running for president in a
On
video that he
420?
said, yes, what's the coincidence?
He
Yeah,
might have just been high.
so he must have been high when he made that alleged statement.
Yes, apparently. Or he might have been, he might have not been. But he said in a video to Rolling Stone magazine, he said the first thing that he'd do when he got in office would be to legalize marijuana. And I quote, "A blunt a day will take the pain away." That was said by Waka Flocka. But the only thing is, Waka Flocka is 28 and he's 7 years short of the minimum age requirement.
So why are we entertaining this?
That's what I would love to know.
It's
But
funny.
So we don't know if this is correct. But even though he's short of the age requirement, that hasn't stopped him from releasing 2 campaign videos about him running for president. So basically, what is you guys' take on Waka Flocka running for president?
I think it would be a great move for the United States. I don't think it could get any worse than where we are right now. I mean, debt is pretty high, and we haven't been doing great imports, I guess. So get Waka Flocka in office.
What do you think he's gonna bring to the table? That's the question. Like he's just gonna if his whole point is to only legalize weed. As we look at Waka Flocka's picture, Waka Flocka 2015.
16.
2016. As the is Trey Bees' avatar. What is the point? Like, I mean, what is he gonna bring to the table that's any different, other than trying his best to legalize weed? Because no law, if you remember, can still be passed unless it goes through the House and Senate. So it has to go through those 2 bodies before it's ever going to get passed. So even if Waka Flocka runs and he is going to try to legalize weed, like so many people are trying, but it's still not going through. So why? Tell me why I need to vote for Waka Flocka.
Don't ask why. Ask why not. Why not Waka?
He's independent.
Oh, because he's running as an independent.
Yeah, he's not a Democrat, nor is he a Republican.
He's running. He's actually running as an independent artist. He's not signed to any label.
Waka Flocka says this, and I quote, "Waka Flocka is a product, a franchise, a brand, and a label, and a good guy."
So because he's a good guy, I need to vote for Waka Flocka.
Yes.
That's what you're saying.
Exactly.
Okay, so is that the only news we have? I mean, the only things going on?
No.
Right,
no. But guess what?
What?
There's another person running for president, allegedly running for president, if you may have heard. Donald Trump is running for president.
Stop.
Donald Trump.
Yes. Even though, here's a reason, I don't know if you would want to vote for him, but here's a reason why I think that you shouldn't, but I won't inflict your vote. Donald Trump calls Mexicans rapists and they shouldn't be here. Here's what he says, and I quote, "When Mexico sends its people, they're not sending their best. They're not sending you. They're sending people that have lots of problems. They're sending people that have lots of problems, and they're bringing those problems with us. They're bringing drugs, they're bringing crime, they're bringing rapists, and some, I assume, are good people." So he said this, and I don't know if after that you would vote for him. Would you guys vote for him?
Well, let me tell you my thought process on Donald Trump. So I think that Donald Trump may be what we being America may need for our profitability.
Barely.
So if you wanna say who can get us out of debt, I would have believed that Donald Trump could do it. However, Donald Trump and Trump Enterprises or whatever it's called, right? They went bankrupt several times from what I remember. But and I may be wrong, so if I'm wrong, don't hate me, don't sue me. This is just my thoughts and my take on the situation. But if Donald Trump runs and he actually has and uses his ability to get money, then he could probably be the best bet for us to get out of debt right now. Only because he has the private business knowledge. But Donald Trump as a person running for president, I don't know. I don't know. I think the jury's out on that one when it comes to my side.
And after Donald Trump realizes that there's a whole bunch of controversy going on around what he said this at his presidential announcement June 16th, 2015. He says, and I quote, "I could never apologize for the truth. I don't mind apologizing for the things, but I can't apologize for the truth," he says again. I said, tremendous crime is coming across. Everybody knows that it's true. That's true. And it's happening all the time. So why when I mention all of a sudden I'm a racist? I'm not a racist, and I don't have a racist bone in my body. And personally, I think that he is saying that just said all that stuff, just calling Mexicans rapists and stuff, that he can just make himself relevant to people that he knows, so people know that he's running for president.
Yeah, that's a good take. However, I mean, my thought process is,
why make yourself known for the wrong reason?
Bam. Good one. That's exactly what I'm saying. But if it was up to me,
because some people say that any press is good press.
That's what some people say. That's what some people say. But I also say that if anybody's going to run for president and the person who I vote for right now, hands down, without even thinking twice,
Barack Obama.
Oprah Winfrey.
Boy.
Ronnie.
So, 2016, Oprah Winfrey for president. That's my take. And
Ronnie.
You know what? I had a conversation just the other day, right? I had a conversation, and we're going to end on this. So, I had a conversation the other day with a guy in my neighborhood, and he was talking about Hillary Clinton running for president. That's in politics, too. We all know that she said that she's going to run, blah, 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 allegedly. But I'll say this, that it was said that if she runs, she'll more than likely win. I was like, well, I don't know. Because you got to remember, Hillary Clinton is not Bill Clinton. So don't get them mixed up. Don't think that because Hillary runs, that it's going to be, just like when Bill Clinton was in. Because if you talk between me and my wife, then you'll realize that we may believe some of the same things, but we don't go about it the same way. So I don't think that people should get stuck on the fact just because she's a Clinton that it's going to come out like Bill Clinton made it come out. So I say this: if she runs and she picks somebody like Oprah Winfrey as her vice president, then she might get a vote from me. If Oprah's in office, I'm with it because Oprah has the best production team and she gets business done.
But how is that going to help America as a country if she has the best production team?
Exactly.
No. It's her business sense. The way.
But you said her production
I said she has the best production team, which means she got the best commercials that people want to see.
Commercials for helping the country? I don't understand how
Oprah
her production team is going to benefit the country.
Well, if you hush it 1 second, I'll let you know how it is.
Ooh.
So if Oprah if her production team is the one that's going to be doing all the promotions, then they will actually be able to communicate Hillary's answers to the issues because Oprah always sticks to the issue. That's my take. If you have an alternative view, go ahead and say it now, or we're gonna move on to another
Okay.
one in another episode.
I thought
And also, Oprah Winfrey and what is her name? Henry. Hillary Clinton would also be the first female president, I think, if I'm correct. Is that correct? That would be the
First female and first female vice
first female. Yes, so I think that would get a lot of the females' votes, so that would help them get higher than, let's say, Waka Flocka or Donald Trump.
I agree, but I also think that if you have a ticket of Oprah Winfrey and Michelle Obama, then we have a winner. So that's my take. You've reached the end of another one's first episode. So hope you like it. Subscribe to it. Check us out next time. We'll be back on soon. And trust me, you'll want to hear the stuff we're talking about because we always move on to another one. Thank y'all for coming out, and thank you for checking us out. We out.
Another one.